Alright, y'all. First thing we gotta do before we even get into this is we gotta update the tier list because I did not see this coming. So, let's see. Who we got here? Yorichi, Chad, Izuru, Aizen, Tozen. Do I have... Who's already confirmed in here? Where's Ikkaku, first of all? Because I didn't think that he was gonna make it. I'm gonna be real with y'all. Shunsui's in here. Komamura's in here. Norito's not in there. You're in there. Rose ain't in there. Hisagi's in there. Am I missing anybody here? No. And I think this is the wrong tier list too, but at the same time, I think we're good. Cause let me see. Sagi, Komamura, Shunsui, Kenpachi, Gen, Yama, Rangiku's in there. Obviously, we got Ichigo. Uri's already in there. We got Hollow Mask, Ichigo, Toshiro, Nelyo. I think that's everybody. We're not missing anybody, right? No, we're not missing anybody. But yeah, did not expect to see that. Ikkaku, for those of you guys who are a little bit late like me, is in the game. I just woke up 2 hours after this trailer dropped because I live streamed way too late last night. But Ikkaku's in the game. Did not see that coming, which means that there's no way. And I was saying this earlier. I was like, there's no way they're not gonna put Ikkaku and Yumachika in the game, bro. Because they both do have Bankai. Keep that in mind. But they don't like using it. Because Ikkaku doesn't like using his Bankai. Because he doesn't want to replace Kenpachi as his captain. So that's why he keeps that hidden. And then you got Yumachika, who doesn't like using his Bankai. Because unlike the rest of his squad where they're like physical fighters, his is like Keto based. So, I don't know, man. Either way, I'm curious on what they're going to give Ikkaku specifically, because his whole thing with his Bankai is that it wakes up slowly and gains power over time. So, you could definitely do something with that. Did not expect that we were going to be getting him. I really thought we was about to get an Espada. Like, they are teasing us on this, bro. Luckiest man in the Soul Society. He looks good. I'll give him that. He looks freaking amazing in this game. And he got the spear, I forgot you. So he's going to be a long distance kind of character a little bit. It's my lucky day, yep. Watch closely. Also, this is going to be like, okay, yeah, this is definitely like the version of Ikkaku that fought against Ichigo. Or not, never mind. Maybe I'm lying. Oh, and his Bankai actually looks cool as hell. Now, granted, his Bankai is basically a giant stat stick, if we're being real. And it doesn't even really like, cooperate with him in the anime. Because it wakes up hella slow. Not to mention, I think it's an incomplete Bankai, because it's broken a couple of times already. But, either way, it looks freaking good. That's all that matters to me. It looks freaking good. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at it. Now we've gone through the trailer. So signature moves, Slayer stance. Ikkaku takes a lowered stance where an initiative of 3 types of attacks by inputting additional buttons. The attacks are a powerful sweep attack, a rush attack that closes the distance rapidly, and a counter attack that parries an enormous attack, making the Slayer stance an important situational move. So, first of all, this just confirms that we have input buttons. Like we got additional inputs, or there's like a difference. Because I know this game has like an 8-way layout. If I'm correct, if it's like Tekken. So this basically confirms that you got like inputs that you got to do, kind of like you'd have to do for like Street Fighter with Shurikens and all that, or like Guilty Gear. There are inputs that you have to do for certain moves. I don't know if it's like that for everybody else, but it sounds like that might be the case. Or it might be just Ikkaku himself that needs to do the inputs like that. But that's pretty good. He's a pretty good character. That's pretty unique. Having 3 different things you could do. So you could do like a sweep attack. So let's say your opponent's rushing at you, and then you hit him with a low. So you got that. Then you got rush attack, so that could close the distance in case you want to get on a character that doesn't want to fight close up, something like Uryu, Mayuri maybe, or like I don't know, Slice Low, Paro, a couple other characters I could probably think of that my brain's not thinking about right now. But characters that just want to stay back, that could do really good. And then a counter attack, which would be really good against characters that are rushdown based, like Yorhichi, Soifon, and hell, even Toshiro, who could be classified as like I wouldn't say he is a rushdown, but I feel like he has keep away moments, and then he has moments where he can just go in. And Ichigo is definitely rushdown, so he definitely is a counter against Ichigo because Ichigo's straight rushdown. In fact, I feel like against Ichigo, you be using that counter attack more than the other two. Yeah, that counter attack is nuts. So next up is Spiritual Pressure Move 1. It's my lucky day, an enhanced version of the Slayer stance. 3 different moves are released, and by inputting various situational additional buttons from a stance. Let's see, enhanced version of the Slayer stance. 3 different moves are released by inputting various additional buttons from the stance, but the damage is significantly increased compared to the original stance. So this is basically a stat stick. So this basically boosts the power that those first 3 moves on your signature move can be used. And the thing with the signature moves is we know that they don't take up your meter. So that's pretty damn good. Alright, Spiritual Pressure Move 2. Watch closely. For a certain period of time, Ikkaku becomes inspired, allowing him to fight with more energy. While Watch Closely is active, the performance of the signature move Slayer Stance and the Spiritual Pressure move, It's My Lucky Day, are enhanced. So everything basically enhances those 3 stance moves that he has. That's what we're getting out of this. His whole kit is based around that 3 stance move, which is actually nuts. Because it doesn't sound like it's a lot, but it is a lot. He has 3 different stances he can go into and use against a bunch of different various playstyles. This might be like the jack of all trades character. Because he can be, it looks like he can play as a rushdown, he can play like a counter, and like a bunch of other stuff. And I wonder if his Bankai works the same way. Alright. Awakening by Ikkaku releasing Bankai Ryemon Hizukumaru. The Ryemon gauge appears, and the more the gauge turns red, the more damage it inflicts on the opponent. The Ryemon gauge accumulates energy when attacking an opponent or receiving damage from an opponent. So it works exactly like how it does in the anime. That is perfect. That is actually pretty good. This might be the most balanced character that I've seen. Like, just jack of all trades, just with the 3 stances. That's crazy. And we got ourselves another gauge, too. You know what would be cool? Is the dragon that's usually sitting up here? I wonder. Let me see. If I go back, does his dragon start out when it's... Does it look just red on it when he transforms? Let me see. No, it does not. You could probably see, you could barely see it. You could barely see it. But his gauge does not start with the red meter. So I bet that during gameplay, over time, this will fill up. And that is cool as hell to see. That's going to be really cool. Because as you can see, the dragon's full here. So he's probably doing max damage right there. That is cool as hell. But other than that, that's pretty much going to be it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed. I really enjoy Ikkaku's character. It's really unique, really diverse. It's like if I was to name this character or like relate this character to somebody else in a different game, this would be like the Mario of this game. Because Mario in Super Smash Ultimate is probably one of the most balanced characters in the game. Jack of all trades. You just got to know how you got to know how to do footsies. You got to know your combos. And he just got a lot in his kit. I feel like that's Ikkaku right here. But without further ado, Shikai Shinobi sign off. I want to know what you guys think of Ikkaku. I really thought we was going to get in a spotter, though. I'm not going to lie to you. But, hey, Ikkaku is definitely welcome. He was one of the ones that I had on my list that I wanted to get in there anyways. So, hey, I ain't mad. I ain't mad. Now, at this point, there's no way in hell we don't get the spotters, bro. They got, like, either they're going to put spotters in this game, like, with one giant trailer with all the spotters that we haven't gotten yet, like, Haribel, Stark, Baragon, and maybe even some of the Fractions. Maybe we're going to get them. Like, we haven't gotten the Tress BLs dude, girls from the Rankar series either. We haven't gotten them yet. Like, there's a bunch of different Arrancar and Espada that we have not gotten yet that need to be in this game. So unless they're planning to release them all in one giant trailer, which they can do, we've seen them skip a week before, then we need to see nothing but straight Espada from here on out. Like, a lot of the slots are just completely taken at this point. Because if we look at where we're at right now, we have currently 27, it's 27 or 28 characters in right now. I think it's 27. And how many, let's see, how many more Mondays we got until Rebirth of Souls comes out. So we are February 3rd right now. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got, am I doing this right? Hold on. No. Yeah, no. So we got 7 more characters that we could put in this game. And guess what? We need Noritora, that's 1. We need Stark. We need Bargon. We need Harbel. That's 4 out of the that's 4 out of 7 characters that we could possibly get. We have a chance of White being put in. That's why I put him in a 99% chance of being put in. Yami has a chance to be put in. This dude whose name I can't remember has a chance to be put in. I think I moved Momo down. I mean up here because of the whole story thing. And honestly, not even Momo, because of the fact that we just got Ikkaku, there's no way they put it. If they don't put Yamachika in, it doesn't make sense at this point. It doesn't make sense. But other than that, that's just me yapping. I could probably make another tier list if I want to. I'm not going to, but that's pretty much gonna be it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a comments on who you guys think we're gonna get next. And this is gonna be Shikai Shinobi sign off. Peace.